guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Julianne.
And I'm Kyla, and today we're going to talk about the realities of working at a hagwon and expectations you should have for working at a hagwon during COVID.
Also, we are currently job hunting. We decided to do another year teaching here in South Korea. So if you guys have any questions about finding a job or want some tips, don't forget to comment any questions down below. Like this video if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get to it.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with our main three biggest realizations, and I think wake up call.
Yeah, definitely.
Number one being hours. So all hagwons, I have longer hours. It just is what it is here. It's normal. Usually you're gonna work to 10 to 11 hour days. Granted, the pay can differ if you are working 11-hour days, but usually it's only 100 to maybe 400,000 won difference, so $100 difference. And then that's up to you. If $100 extra a month is worth the working the long hours, then you do that. That's fine. But it is exhausting working really long hours. So I think to us an extra 100 to 400 which wasn't worth it.
No. Obviously me and Kyla both went to school for teaching. That's what our degrees are in. So we do have a lot of experience working with kids. So we know that teaching is tiring.
Right.
So I feel like it is a really big awakening when people come here and realize holy cow, we're actually teaching kids all day long. And that being said, coming to South Korea and teaching here is so much fun. It is such a great learning experience. But I do feel like even though this is our degree, people at home still think that we just play with kids all day, which we do spend time with cute kids all day.
Teaching, we're actually teaching. It's a legit teaching job. You're not coming here just to build blocks with kids, little cute Korean kids. You're really teaching.
This is not a blow off. It's not a blow off year. You're responsible, to be serious, you're responsible for this child's education for that year. I think that's a perfect
way to put it. It's not a blow off year.
It's an actual job. So expect actual work. Teaching is a tiring job at home. It's no different here. It's gonna be tiring regardless. And I feel like it's even more tiring because they're not gonna understand you.
Yes.
You're gonna be talking and communicating with kids
who don't know what
you're saying. So that's a whole different level of patience and everything else. We could do a whole video about how to mentally prep yourself for that. But that is it's an actual job.
Think about the hours. Think about your time.
So along with long hours, one thing that we didn't quite realize is vacation time here is
little to none.
Yeah, basically non-existent. Obviously compared to the States, you get off June, July, August,
have a few weeks in between, a lot of days,
nice breaks. I would like to think we're not the only ones that made this mistake. I would like to think, but maybe it's just us. When we're looking at jobs, you're told 5 days winter, 5 days summer, pre-approved by your school.
Right.
So we thought you get off the normal holidays.
So you get off for Christmas week.
New Year's, their New Year's. These holidays we're gonna get off, and then we get 5 approved, but the school has to approve them. We're that's fine.
Yeah, so we were thinking we get a whole week off plus a whole week we get to choose.
Yeah. No.
Same with the summer. We thought you get they get the 1 week summer break to transition to the new semester, and then we pick 5 days.
Yeah. No. That was you get 10 days basically.
The whole year.
Yeah. You will get I guess consecutive days. Let's say that. Because you will get a few red days. So those are the only holidays, but that's the biggest you're gonna get. Yeah, you're only gonna get 5 days off. Especially with the next few years for people who are coming, Christmas and New Year's end on weekends. So that's just.
And this isn't this is just this is the base for hagwon. This isn't our hagwon. This is what it is for all hagwons pretty much. Unless you can find maybe a special hagwon that happens to give you a lot of weeks off.
Yeah.
But in general, you're gonna get 5 days in the summer, 5 days in the winter.
Yeah. And even some jobs that I've seen, they'll give you like a week off, but then you have to do like a week of summer camp or something like that. So it's
it's not a week off. They like say that it's an extra week off.
Like they advertise it like if you're not working, but you're just not working your normal hours, you're doing like a camp. So I guess it's like a little bit less work, but is it really?
It's not vacation. No. Yeah.
So biggest thing that we've learned is your vacation time is not that much here. You do get a few red days, and we do have like a few long holidays. We have Chuseok coming up, so we will have like a 5-day vacation then. So we will both
5
be
days
going,
with the weekend,
yeah, with the weekend. So we'll be going on vacations then. But you don't have a bunch of time to travel. And I feel like right now we're living in Gimpo, and this just makes us realize for our next job, we will be living in Seoul, because it is a lot of like travel time to go to different places. So I think that is something to think about, especially when signing with a Hagwon, like how much vacation time you're really getting and how important that is to you. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think like you're gonna have all this time to travel around Korea, see all the cool things, which depending on where you live, it's just not the reality, because that travel time, you only get 2 weekends or the days off on the weekend, and that travel time is going to take up a majority of your time.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about parents. So since Hagwons are private schools, the parents are ultimately what gives our school money. So
it is a business.
It's completely a business, and I think most Hagwon owners will make that pretty clear. It's a business.
Yeah.
It is a school, but it's more of a business. So that being said, parents have a lot of say into what your class is like, curriculum is like, etc. So they're going to be picky. They're going to call if they don't like something that you're doing. It can be as little as
who they're sitting next to,
who their child sitting next to,
a sticker. It can actually be anything.
It can be pretty petty and like small, and that just things that would just never fly in a public school. But it's because they're spending a lot of money to send their kid here. So
our school makes money from those parents paying. So again, like
they're paying for us.
Yeah, they're the ones that pay our bills. They're the ones that keep the school up and running. So if parents are unhappy, if they're pulling their kids out, we need to make changes to make sure that people are continuing to enroll so that our school can survive. So that being said, like you said, there's a lot of changes that do happen because parents, and they try to please things. And one thing that we've realized is an overall theme of all Hagwons, and this is not just our Hagwon, but everybody that we know.
Consensus is
it's disorganized. Every school is disorganized. Things are changing. You don't know what's going on. You might know what's going on, and then things change. You didn't realize they changed. Curriculum is changing all the time. There's new, like, there's just always something that I'm just like, since when? When did this happen?
Nothing is consistent. I think one of my coworkers said, what is consistent is that everything's inconsistent. Like,
that is actually perfect.
The consistency is that everything's inconsistent.
Yeah. So don't expect to come to Korea and find a job where everything is perfect. If you do find a job where everything is perfect, please let us know. We would love to hear. But yeah, guys, I mean, you just have to be flexible with it.
So last but not least, COVID. Back to it being a Hagwon, and parents paying. COVID has affected our pay. For example, we had to cancel school for 2 days because one of our students' mom had COVID. So we shut down 2 days. We weren't paid for that time because the parents didn't send their kids, so the parents got refunded all of that money for 2 days. And they're our income, so we didn't go to school, we didn't get paid.
It was also kind of like a reflection, like we've had to shut down our elementary school classes a few times in the last few months, because something that's interesting about Korea that's different kind of than the States is kids will go to like a Korean public school and then they go to different Hagwons. So kids from one elementary school might go to like 7 different Hagwons in the area. So if somebody at an elementary school gets COVID, all these different kids who are in that class can be going to all different Hagwons. So it gets very scary when someone does get COVID. So we've had to shut down elementary school quite a few times. I think for almost a whole week that one time too. So we luckily did get full pay for that. They found some money, but like because it kept happening, we could not get paid for that. And we obviously didn't want to take it out of any of our vacation days. We didn't want to like come in on the weekend. So they're like, you either like have to make it up somehow or you don't get paid. And we're like, basically it stinks, but we're like, okay, we just won't take the pay. So it does stink, but we are fortunate in some ways because some schools, and this is really important, we talked about this when like asking interview questions, how they're going to take care of it. Some schools aren't getting paid like full percentages. Some schools don't have the means to go online, so they were shut down. Obviously, I feel like things are better now, but cases are at the highest right now too.
Exactly.
So it still is really scary.
Right, and if a kid at your school, like not the parent, like the actual kid gets COVID, you do have to shut down for 2 weeks. So make sure you ask your school if you'll get paid if a kid or a teacher did test positive.
Yeah. And with kind of all these COVID scares come a lot of testing. We have gotten quite a few COVID tests. 2 of them being from the government, like a government mandate. The first one was only foreigners.
So made every foreigner in the country get tested.
Yeah. Or yeah, I think in our province, right? Or was it country? Was it everyone in the country?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was just the province.
Yeah, I think it was just our province because we're in like the Seoul area. So yeah, that was bad. That received a lot of backlash. We already got tested, but then some people didn't have to get tested because they
backlash was so strong.
They retracted that. But actually just this week, by tomorrow, we need to all be tested. If you have a workplace with 1 foreigner, everyone needs to get tested.
So it's like their leeway, because like even if you're Korean, you have to get tested. But because of the foreigner
because of the foreigners. But yeah, so we just did that, and then I had to get tested because there was a COVID scare in my class, and then also during when we went to Jeju, everybody, as like a precaution, everyone got tested coming back from vacation. And then you went on a vacation during that one time.
Yeah, I went to a vacation. I went to Busan for a weekend, and my school found out and had to get tested for that.
Yeah. So every school, again, like that wasn't mandated. Our vacation wasn't mandated. But our school it was. But so like that also is really important too, because there are some schools that if they see that you're doing something, they're going to make you get tested. They're going to give you trouble for it. I feel like I'm not even going to get into my opinions and stuff about that. But obviously it is important to know how your school is handling COVID, how they plan on paying you.
Yeah.
And I think that it is just like good to be aware that they are having these like mandated testing while you're coming here sometimes, and there are different rules that we can't really do anything about, but for the most part it hasn't been too bad, and we've been pretty lucky with the COVID situation, at least with our school.
So we didn't want to make this video bashing all Hagwons because we actually are continuing and going to be teaching another year. We're just beginning job hunting, so we haven't picked anything yet, but obviously we don't want to deter you from not teaching here from what we've said. If we were, we would not be doing this a whole nother year.
Yeah, no, if it wasn't worth it, we wouldn't be staying here. And we just wanted to, I feel like, point out the realities. Like all Hagwons aren't awful. There are good Hagwons. We both really like our job. Obviously change is good. We want change. But I didn't, like, we don't want to make it super negative. We just want to, like, open your eyes and, like,
just
show you the
what you're getting into no matter what.
Yeah, I feel like some people really make it seem, like, amazing, and some people make it seem really bad.
There's, like, no in between, I feel like, in all the YouTube videos I've seen.
Yeah, so we just wanted to give you guys a realistic experience from us. But we are job hunting, so if you guys, again, do have any questions, please make sure you drop them down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more South Korean content.
Thank you.
Thanks.